The Flying Dagger is a Shaw Brothers martial arts film that's quite different from the others. First off, this movie starts off with a really solemn black and white scene in which a villain kills a man and then forces himself on the man's woman and then gets killed in a justice act from a young woman. However, this villain who gets killed is the son of the Green Dragon clan. Chow Lei is the master of the Flying Dagger. Him and his clan of henchmen bully people a lot, and that's why the son kept doing those things, but now he's dead and there's a blood feud. So we begin our film with the Green Dragon clan going after the family of the young woman who did the righteous deed, and then we get the introduction of a mysterious stranger who's also a master of the Flying Dagger technique. And this movie is quite different from other Shaw Brothers films, and I really liked it. It has this sort of Western vibe kind of going for it, because the tension and the suspense is sort of elevated because everyone in this movie can die. I mean that in the sense that the main character isn't so amazing that he can just cut through a small army of 20 people, because he tries to do that in the movie and it doesn't work, and he gets like mortally injured. Same with the villain too, like he's kind of cheap. He basically just sends waves of men to go fight for him, and he'll throw daggers at people when they're not looking. That's, you know, kind of realistic. That's, you know, he's not like some sort of super badass fighter. He's just like a really cheap gang leader that uses his numbers to bully other people. And the same goes for the rest of the characters in this movie. Cheng Pei plays the young woman who does the righteous deed at the beginning, but she's not that great at swordplay. In fact, no one in this movie is particularly amazing at swordplay and can easily get overwhelmed by a bigger number of swordsmen. So I really like the realism for one thing. The storyline is also really good too. There's a lot of like good nuanced characters. The story's pretty interesting. It has lots of twists and turns. The Flying Dagger is quite the different martial arts film that I thought it would be. I thought it'd just be like people throwing daggers at each other, but this movie is more focused on its story and its characters over the martial arts choreography. So even if the movie doesn't have like any big set pieces, it's still able to sort of, you know, guide you and sort of interest you in its characters and its story. It's the simplicity in itself. So The Flying Dagger is definitely one of the stronger Shaw Brothers films I've seen. I've seen most of the mainstream ones that have DVD releases, so I'm watching the rest of the catalogs, but this one was actually quite strong. Really good acting from everyone. So I give The Flying Dagger a 7.5 out of 10.